Hello YouTube, welcome back to another before and after. So today we'll be looking at John Wick 3. This movie looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the first two. So, yeah, this one will pretty much be picking off where the last one left off, where John is being hunted by the assassin underground, which for some reason is very intricate. Yeah, these movies do a very good job at world building, and there's like this whole entire assassin underground sort of thing where they have like a hotel chain and a cleaning service. It's kind of weird, but also really awesome and adds a whole lot to it. And I really do love that sort of aspect to it, as I think it adds a lot of originality to it. But yeah, now that whole entire assassin underground is hunting down John Wick because he broke like their one rule. So I mean, this is a whole entire group of assassins. I don't think they're really hung up on rules, but there's one that you don't break, and he did. And given that it's been years since I've seen John Wick 2, I kind of forgot what it was. I think it was like you don't kill someone in the hotel or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, he did that. Honestly, I'm gonna watch like a recap thing after I film this. It probably would have been a good idea to do that before, but I don't know. I procrastinate a lot. It's my thing. So, yeah, this movie looks pretty awesome. For one, there's Frank Sinatra in the official trailer, which I fully approve of. It's got a great cast and really awesome looking action. I really love the action in these movies, which is something that pretty much everyone has said about them, so at the risk of sounding redundant, there is some great cinematography and editing in them, most notably during the fight scenes, which is really, really nice given that we're in a post-The Bourne Identity era where a lot of people think that let's just cut randomly for like 32 different shots for one scene of like a guy punching someone because that'll make it really kinetic. I mean, yeah, I would, but that doesn't make it good. That just means that it's really hard to follow. These movies know not to do that, and given that they were made by a stunt coordinator, kind of explains that. He knows how to film this action really well, and rather beautifully. Yeah, this is actually an action franchise that has some beauty in sort of the fight scenes, and I really do love the sort of care and attention that's been put into these action moments, and it's really great. And then there's Keanu Reeves, who does a fantastic job in these movies, mostly playing the emotional angle very well, but also having sort of this underlying level of coolness and professionalism to him that is really great, and it's just only amplified by everyone else's reaction to him. Like, just the name John Wick in these movies is enough to inspire fear among some other assassins, and that just sort of sets his reputation right off the bat, but the action in these movies also stand to back that up. There is a reason why he's one of the most feared assassins here, and just the whole entire assassin underground going after him now just really will be interesting to me, because for the most part he's sort of been fighting gangsters in these movies, so fighting people who are more up to the same level as he is going to be awesome. I mean, he has fought assassins in these movies, but a whole entire assassin underground is a completely different matter, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this movie. It looks like it's gonna be awesome, and most likely it probably will. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So that's pretty much it for the before part. Hopefully I'll have more to say in the after part, because I'm expecting to have more to say on this movie. But yeah, so with that, let's get into the after parts. Well, I got back from John Wick 3 Parabellum, and as I expected, I loved it. There isn't much to be said about these movies that hasn't already been said, though, so this is pretty much going to be a much more articulate version of my before parts, because my before part had like 10 minutes for me to actually plan it, and it was pretty much just me saying, it's awesome! And not really having much time to get into why or think about how it is. And so, yeah, this is pretty much going to be a much more articulate version of that, so let's get into it. I wrote a script. You can't see the script, but there's a script. This helps keep my thoughts organized way more. The action is easily one of the biggest draws to this series. It's fun, it never loses its momentum, and has a little bit of comedy sprinkled in. What's the most unique thing about them to me, though, is how they use their environments. If you see John walk into a room made of glass, you know that most, if not all, those walls are gonna be broken. It's just a matter of how. Because of this, they give you enough time to let your imagination run wild, and then they either try to meet or go beyond your expectations. I know that everyone says this about these, but I am so glad they actually let you see the action as opposed to A-ing it to the point where it's hard to follow. In a day and age where action movies look like they're either filmed or edited by someone with ADHD, it's nice to see a movie series that actually takes the time to show you what's going on and makes it look good and even beautiful at times. I forgot just how funny these movies were, too. I found myself surprised I was laughing so much during this, and I think that the reason behind that is that people behind these definitely know there's some humor in this. A guy going on a revenge spree because someone killed his puppy and took his car will always be a little bit funny, and these movies definitely know that. What keeps them far from being purely comical is the heart and people behind these actions. Keanu Reeves plays John Wick to perfection. He's such a charismatic, nice, and committed actor, and all that goes into this role. Knowing that he's actually doing a large portion of the stunts just also makes the fight scenes a whole lot better. The supporting cast is just as good. Every character in these movies has an interesting history and values that made them who they are, and those aren't ignored. They shine through in their actions and their fighting style. Because of this, and an ever-expanding assassin world that they inhabit, this world feels so lived in. Because of this and the ever-expanding assassin world that they inhabit, this world feels so lived in and huge. With every movie, this world is expanded on, but it still only feels like we're seeing a small portion of it. Overall, this is a fantastic continuation of an equally fantastic series. It gives you everything you would expect from these movies at this point, and then some. It also gives a nice lead into a continuation of the series, which I'm not really going to talk about, because there are like 3 things I could talk about spoiler-wise, and I don't really have that much to say outside of John Wick 4 looks like it's going to be awesome. So, yeah. Also, my favorite fight scene would probably have to be the weapons gallery. Yeah, everyone likes him killing someone with a book, which is awesome, but come on, him stabbing that guy in the eye was awesome. And it was also awesome how I was one of the few really messed up people in the audience that was laughing during that scene, whereas everyone else was freaking out. It was awesome, seriously. Even my dad was kind of creeped out by it, but I enjoyed it. Horror movies have conditioned me well. So yeah, I really liked this movie. It was a lot of fun. The only thing that I didn't really like about it was my theater experience, which I'll show you guys in the theater footage bit. But yeah, let's just say I had to watch 40 minutes of commercials because the light kept on going on and off, and it was a mess. Oh my god, it was such a mess. But yeah, outside that, I really enjoyed it. We got here before they shut off the lights. That's a first.
It's got a mean face on it. This would take my cool meter like from here.
So this happened again, just on the movie this time. So instead we're just going into a whole entire different auditorium because they just gave up on that one. That one just wasn't working. So this is a great theater. So what did you think of the movie?
It's over. But apparently there's going to be a John Wick 4.
Yeah, there was. I learned about that earlier today.
Again, information you should have shared with me before I wasted a whole entire afternoon.
Why? Why? Would that change your viewing experience?
No, I would have known what to set up for.
Okay. But did you enjoy it?
It was okay. A lot unrealistic.
Like what?
Like everything. Like what was he fighting? Zombies? Because he only could kill them by shooting them in the head?
Oh no, he just likes headshots.
No, he would shoot them and they would just get back up until he shot them in the head. Yeah, that's enough.